The Indians had an offer of alliance with the British. They refused to because they thought the French was going to defeat the British, but it didn't come as expected. So the British took over the territory of the French in 1760. Sugar Act. The Sugar Act was a duty of paying extra money every time you purchased sugar. They also put in punishments if you did not pay extra money, like the smugglers.
Stamp Act. The Stamp Act was required to be a newspaper license, insurance, land titles, police contracts, and other documents. This act brought a lot of people to unite and fight against it, like making a boycott. Also, the fight against the Stamp Act was spread to all colonies.
Townshend Acts. The King George III gave the law to the British soldiers to be able to check to any colonist's house and view their properties.
Boston Massacre. The colonists attacked a small group of British soldiers and started to throw them snowballs and rocks at them. One of the colonists that was first killed was an African American called Crispus Attucks. After that, two soldiers were given a punishment to brand their tongues. Boston Tea Party. King George III created the British Parliamentary Tea Act. The colonists were in complete disagreement with this tax, and so in protest, they threw 342 chests of tea into the Boston Harbor.
Intolerable Acts. The Intolerable Acts were 5 acts together. They were the Boston Port Act, Massachusetts Government Act, Administration of Justice Act, Quartering Act, and the Quebec Act.
Ashley, can you tell us who formed part of the Continental Congress and what is it?
Yes, Isuri. The Continental Congress was a group of people that would stand up in the worst times for the colonists and fight for their rights.
George Washington was one of the people that formed part of the Continental Congress. He was the commander of the Continental Army. He had a military experience and was well respected.
Thomas Jefferson was a founding father, third president of the United States, and also a young lawyer that was part of the Continental Congress.
Benjamin Franklin. He was a political and scientist that was considered one of the founding fathers. John Adams was the second president of the United States. He was also considered as a founding father and participated in the Continental Congress.
John Hancock. He was a merchant of Massachusetts and a patriot of the American Revolution.
Ashley, tell us about the main battles that took place in the American Revolution.
Let's start with Fort of Ticonderoga. The Fort of Ticonderoga War was about a group of colonists taking over 42 British soldiers. This war was very important because it controlled the main route between Canada and the Hudson River Valley. Also, when the Green Mountain Boys took fort, they found dozens of cannons that were later used to drive the British from the city.
Bunker Hill War. Bunker Hill had 3 attacks by the British soldiers. The first and second attack were failed. The third one was succeeded because the Americans ran out of ammunition and had to retreat.
Trenton. This battle took place in Trenton, New Jersey on December 26, 1776. It was won by the British.
Saratoga. The Battle of Saratoga was the victory for the colonists in September and October of 1777.
Winter Valley Forge. The Winter Valley Forge was a famous battle because the colonist soldiers and the British soldiers had a peaceful time because they both went to celebrate Christmas, but after that they went back to the war.
Yorktown. The battle was important because Yorktown was a city controlled by the British, but after the battle was succeeded to the colonists, Yorktown was controlled by the Americans.
Isoi, tell us about the consequences about the American Revolution.
Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence was a piece of writing that gave King George ideas of why the colonists wanted to break away from the British rule.
The Treaty of Paris. The Treaty of Paris was the moment when the Britain recognized the independence of the Americans.
The Articles of Confederation. The Articles of Confederation was the writing that said what each laws a person should have in each state. Birth of a Nation was the moment when the Americans raised a country named United States and became free from the British. Ashley, tell me what is the difference between loyals and patriots?
Patriots were people in the American colonies that wanted to become independent from King George III. George Washington was an example of a patriot. He was one of the main patriots that fought for the independence of the 13 colonies and the first president of the United States. John Adams was also a famous patriot. He was the second president of the United States.
People from the colonists who wanted to stay a part of the Britain and remain British citizens. Dick Arnold was an important, loyal, and a general of the American Revolutionary. Another important lawyer was Thomas Hutchinson. He was a political loyalist.
The American flag was created by Betsy Ross. The colors that were chosen for the flag are red, blue, and white. Red means hardiness and valor, the blue represents vigilance and perseverance and justice, and white means purity and innocence. This flag was first presented to the Congress on June 20, 1782. The 13 stars that the flag represented each one of the colonies. National anthem of the United States was made by congressional resolution on March 3, 1931, which was also signed by the President Herbert Hoover.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming,